In this video, I'm just showing the whole process of fixing up and priming this wall from start to finish. At the beginning, the wall was a dark red color and it had a bunch of small holes in it that needed to be fixed first. So the first thing I did was go over the wall and figure out what needed to be repaired. Most of the damage was right in the middle, so I focused on filling those holes before anything else. I used some patch and paint compound and pressed it into each hole. I tried to really push it in so it would fill the hole completely instead of just sitting on the surface. Then I used my scraper to smooth it out and spread it across the area. I wasn't trying to make it perfect right away, just get it close and make sure everything was filled in. After that, I started to set up. I went back over it to clean it up. Instead of sanding, I used a wet, damp cloth to wipe away the extra and kind of blend everything into the wall. I went over it a few times just to make sure there weren't any big ridges or extra buildup, because that would show through later. The goal here was just to get it as smooth and flat as possible before moving on. Once that was done and everything looked even, I let it dry completely before starting the next step. After that, I moved on to priming the wall. Since the original color was such a strong red, I needed to use a primer first so it would cover better and make everything come out more even in the end. Before using the roller, I started by going around the whole area with a brush and cutting everything in. That just means getting along the edges, corners, and tight spots where the roller can't reach. I took my time with that part to make sure the edges were clean and fully covered because it helps everything blend in together better once you roll the rest of the wall. For the primer, I use Kills 3 since it works well for covering dark areas like this and gives more even base. Then I rolled the primer across the whole wall, working from top to bottom and making sure everything was covered, especially over the areas I patched. So this is after the first coat. You can already see a big difference, but I still wanted to go ahead and put a second coat on just to make sure everything is fully covered. Once the first coat dried, you can already see a big difference compared to how it looked at the beginning. The red wasn't as strong anymore, but it still wasn't fully covered. So here I'm going back in, doing a second cut in and another coat just to make sure everything gets fully covered and looks more even. As I'm going through the second coat, I'm just focusing on keeping everything even and making sure there aren't any spots that I missed the first time. You can see as it goes on, the wall starts looking more consistent and the red color is completely gone at this point. Once everything is fully covered and dry, you can really see the final difference compared to how it started. The wall went from a dark red with a bunch of holes and marks to a clean, even surface. After that, I put everything back in place like the TV and furniture, and that pretty much finishes the whole process. Overall, it wasn't too complicated, just patching the holes, smoothing it out, and doing multiple coats of primer, but taking the time to do each step right made a big difference in how it turned out. Thanks for watching.